What is database? Database is information that is set up for easy access, management, and updating. Computer databases typically store aggregations of data, records, or fields that contain information such as sales transactions, customer data, financials, and product information. Databases are used for storing, maintaining, and accessing any sort of data. They collect information on people, places, or things. That information is gathered in one place so that it can be observed and analyzed. Databases can be thought of as an organized collection of information. Types of database: centralized database, cloud database, commercial database, distributed database, end-user database, graph database, NoSQL database, object-oriented database, open source database, operational database, personal database, relational database.
Centralized database. A centralized database is one that operates entirely within a single location. Centralized databases are typically used by bigger organizations, such as a business or university. The database itself is located in a central computer or database system. Users can access the database through a computer network, but it's a central computer that runs and maintains the database. Cloud database. A cloud database is one that runs over the internet. The data is stored on a local hard drive or server, but the information is available online. This makes it easy to access your file from anywhere, as long as you have any internet connection. To use a cloud database, users can either build on themselves or pay for service. To store their data for them, encryption is an essential part of a cloud database, as all information needs to be protected as it's transmitted online. Commercial database. A commercial database is any that designed by a commercial business. Business develop feature-rich database which they then resell to their customer. Commercial database can vary in terms of composition or the technology they use. The defining trait of commercial database is having users pay to use them, unlike open sources database. Distributed database. A distributed database is one that is spread out over multiple devices, rather than having all information stored on a single device, like other database on this list. Distributed database will operate across multiple machines, such as a different computer within the same location, or across a network. The benefit of a distributed database includes increased speed, better reliability, and ease of expansion. End-user database. End-user is a term used in product development that refers to the person who used the product. An end-user database is the refer and database that primarily used by a single person. A good example of this type of database is a spreadsheet stored on your local computer. And graph database. Graph database are databases that focus equally on data and the connection between them. In the database, data is not considered two predefined models. Most other databases can find a connection between data when you run a search. With a graph database, these connections are stored inside the database, right alongside the original data. This makes for a more efficient and faster database when your primary goal is to manage the connection between your data.
Number 7. NoSQL database. A NoSQL database has a hierarchy similar to file folder system, and the data within it is unstructured or non-relational. This lack of structure allows them to process larger amount of data at speed and makes it easier to expand in future. Cloud computing regularly make use of NoSQL data. Object-oriented database. Object-oriented databases are ones in which data is represented as objects and classes. An object is an item such as a name or phone number, while a class is a group of objects. Object-oriented databases are type of relational database. Consider using an object-oriented database when you have a large amount of complex data that you want to process quickly. Open source database. An open source database is designed for the public use for free. Unlike commercial database, users can download or sign up for open source database without paying a fee. The term open source refers to a program in which users can see how it was written and constructed on free, make their own change to the program. Open source databases are typically much cheaper than commercial databases, but they can also lack some of more advanced features found in commercial databases. Operational database. The purpose of operational database is allow to user to modify data in real time. Operational databases are critical in business analytics and data warehousing. They can be set up either on a relational database or NoSQL. Depending on needs, conventional databases rely on batch processing where the commands are carried out in groups. Operational database, on the other hand, allow you to edit and add and remove data at any moment. Personal database. A personal database is one that is designed for a single person. It is typically stored on a personal computer and has very simple design, consisting of only a few tables. Personal databases are not typically suitable for complex operations, large amounts of data, or business operations. Relational database. Relational database are the other major type of database opposite of NoSQL. With a relational database, information is stored structured about other data. A good representation of a relational database would be the connection between a person shopping online and their shopping cart. Relational databases are often preferred when you are concerned about the integrity of your data or when you are not particularly focused on scalability.
Advantage and disadvantage of database management system. Advantages. First, a database hardware and software management system is enormously expensive. DBMS may store and which impacts your retrieve data in a serious organization's overall of manners. Second, data integrity and security are guaranteed by DBMS. Third, a database management system DBMS is a reliable manager for handling numerous applications requiring identical data. The DBMS implements integrity concentrates to provide a high degree of protection against unauthorized access to information. Disadvantage. First, the expense of DBMS hardware and software is enormously expensive, which impacts your organization's overall budget. A database management system DBMS is indicated for doing complex mathematical calculations. Second, since most database management systems are difficult and complicated, employees must always be instructed on how to operate them. Third, many individuals using the same applications simultaneously time potentially led to data loss.